Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to do the final part of the Transformers Unite Warriors Takara Defensor. That was a mouthful. So here they all are in their bot modes. We've already looked at all of them, so we'll get these guys out of the way. So we can take a quick quick look at the packaging. So you get some great artwork of Defensor here. In this combined mode, and you also get you can see like there's hotspot here, groove here, streetwise, first aid, blades. I think this is kind of par for the course because they all have it. It doesn't make sense to have their alt modes next to the combined mode, but whatever. Not gonna focus on it. Artwork is great though. It does look pretty good. There's the bottom of the box, nothing really there. Side, top, and the back. You get the product images, which I love. You guys know me. My newest kick on the packaging is I like artwork and I like product shots. So this is good. So yeah, there you go. So let's get them all into combined mode. So we'll start off with this guy here. Take his guns out. And then you can take these and plug them together to form the big gun. And then to transform him, you want to open this up, flip this down, close that back up. And these pieces here will fold up and they tab here and here. Here and here and here. So it all just kind of tabs in. There, just like so. And you do the same thing over here. Just like that. And then you want to take this section here, pull this out. This will come untabbed from here. Rotate this. Comes down. Tabs in. And then you fold this piece here down like this. Fold the legs out of the way. This will come down. Comes down. Folds up. Then this piece here will come down, and there's little tab pieces here. They'll plug in under here. So just plug that in. Just like so. Those pieces will fold down. These pieces will come over. There's a port here and a plug here. Tab those in. Tab those in. And then the legs you want to rotate to the side and then fold them up. Just like so. Just like that. Make sure everything's still tabbed together. And you want to fold this piece here up, just like that. And you can rotate the head around. And there you go. Articulation here, so we don't have to do it while he's in combined mode. His head is on a swivel. No real up and down. It does swivel side to side. No waist articulation. Hips rotate up and down on the ratchets. Out. 1, 2 clicks. Almost seems to be able to do 3, but not quite. There's a thigh swivel, but it kind of gets jammed up everywhere, and every time you do it, you're going to risk chipping that paint. That's really unfortunate, especially since now in combined mode, it's just so prominent on the figure. All right. Streetwise, because he was standing next to me. He becomes the foot. These are all scramble cities, so you can really put them together how you want to, but I'm going to do the way it looks like on the back of the box. So flip this up, and then you untab this section here. This will rotate up, like so. Then this whole thing will just kind of sit over here like this. You can then rotate the waist, open up these panels here like this. These tab in together, rotate, fold the arms down first. Rotate these forward, close them up, and then rotate the combiner port up. Take the foot piece here and you just plug it in, and it fits in there real tight, real nice. I mean, it feels secure. This is the best of all the plugged hands and feet things. This feels the most secure of them all. And you can take the gun here and just plug it inside, just to have a place to store it. Just like that. Next we'll do groove here. So you want to undo his guns and take the gun we had given to first aid out. And you want to, let's see here, flip the head around. No, head stays the way it was. Rotate this like so. This will come back up. Just like that. We want to rotate the waist, undo the feet. This will rotate around, and that all collapses up. Around, and collapses up. Tabs together. Everything nice and secure. And then we want to... Oh, the wheels do have to go back. I thought they stayed forward. And here in the review forum, I was saying that they don't have to do that. Okay, I guess I was wrong. I was wrong. Big surprise. Me wrong? Never. Alright, so this folds down. There's a little tab right here that'll plug into that slot right there. So just fold that down, tab it in. Down, and tab it in. Just like so. Like that. Take the foot here. This will plug in right here. Just like that. Looks good. And then we can take these guns here and plug them into the sides back here if we want to. Like so. And like so. Alright. Oh, and articulation on the feet, they both have the same. You could swivel this if you want to. That's really it. There is a swivel ratchet right below the knee, or right above the knee, and then the knee does rotate. So, nice solid ratchet there too. Alright, first aid. Here's his weapons where I threw them earlier. You want to rotate the head back, flip it there. Rotate the waist this way. Those will tab in, just like so. And then you want to just angle these pieces back, like so. There's no... Is there a place to tab these in? Not really, I don't think. Oh, this way. And then there's this tab right here that'll plug into this slot right there below the fist. Just like that, I suppose. And then you want to flip the hand out here. Flip that out. Rotate the thumb around. Yay, stupid hand gimmick thing. Plug that in. Then you take the axe here and plug it into that side. So there you go. There's his arm. Articulation here, he's got the ratchet in and out, the ratchet around. He'll have a forearm swivel, double bend elbows, which is nice. Hand rotates, the thumb has a little bit of articulation, and then the hand can open and close just a little bit, and these fingers can open and close just a little bit. All of this feels really tight and nice. Doesn't feel super loose, so that's a plus. And last but not least, blades. Pull the weapons out. Rotate the waist. Plug the legs in together. These will just plug in straight down like you're going into helicopter mode. Rotate the head. Flip this back. And then take the hand. Open it up. And flip it down, plug it in. There you go. And then we could just take this and plug it in right back here. So in this mode, he's going to have this will rotate up and down, around. There's the bicep swivel, double bend elbow, but it gets hindered by this piece here. That's how it has it on the box too. So, I mean, I'm sure you could just take this and just pull it up like that if you want to. That'll get it out of the way a little bit more. If you don't have this gun right here, yeah, you can do that. And the joints are tight enough that it sits fine. It doesn't flop around, so you can do that if you want. However you prefer. And then let's see where can we put this. Just plug it into his hand. There you go. And we'll put him together. So just slide this down. Just like that. I hate that dog sometimes. Not my dog, my brother's dog. Alright, and then slide that in just like you do normal Combiner Wars figures. And there you go. There he is in his combine mode. You take the gun here and plug it into the hand. I think that looks ridiculous because it's just this long stick. So I would say this is the better option, is plugging in this one into this hand. And then there you go. So John Lant wanted to make sure that this thing can stand straight up and down. He can. He doesn't have to lean back like the Hasbro one does, or lean forward. He can stand straight up if you want him to. Just have to get that balance just right. But yeah, he looks great. We went over articulation. He looks good. I like him. I wouldn't put it as my ideal Defensor, but if you're going for the scale, it's a really good option for the price. You know, the Make Toys is doing theirs, and you know he's gonna just be a lot more expensive, just flat out. What, 2 of the limbs are as much as this whole set is. So you get 3 for the price of 3 of the limbs. You can get the upgrade kit for him too. But yeah, he's pretty good. Here he is with Classics Prime. I think that scale is pretty good. Here he is with Legends. Again, I think that's pretty good. Here he is with Starscream. Pretty good. Or not Starscream, Thundercracker, Secret Mold. Looks pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. Here is the Combiner Wars Scrapper. He's almost half the size of him. That's why I keep saying these guys don't work together. And there is the TFC one. who's a little bit smaller, but is a little bit more acceptable, in my opinion. And what else do I got? Just for shits and giggles, the only Devastator I have in combined mode is the G2 yellow one from Make Toys. So here he is in comparison to the forearm for the TFC Devastator. So you can kind of get a feel of how big this thing's gonna be. And also, here he is with the Takara Devastator hand. So, yeah. No, this thing needs to go in for smaller scale figures. Speaking of which, here he is with the G2 Superion. Make Toys Devastator. And the little Optimus Prime. So yeah, scale-wise, I think this is where he belongs. With either other Combined War stuff, if you're not upgrading them. And the Make Toys Giant. I will forever argue the point that the Combined Wars Devastator, even though the Takara one's awesome, just doesn't fit in its own line. This guy is the same height as the rest of them, and that looks good for combiners. And yeah, and it looks good with like little Legends figures. But the Combined Wars Devastator is just massive in compared to these guys. It's not even funny. Not even funny. So I know a lot of people say that he should be the biggest ones, but a lot of those people are also the same people that argue alt mode scale, which would make Superion much bigger than the rest of them because he's made of jets. Just our argument invalid because jets are bigger than construction vehicles most of the time. There are some construction vehicles that are pretty big, but yeah, just that no. For me, I've always liked the idea that all the combiners are about the same size. Devastator is a little bit bulkier because he's 6 bots, and the rest of them are all about the same. And then there's Predaking, who's the biggest of them all, because he was made up of just bigger figures for the toy. So, but then again, you can throw anything together and just call it animation error scale. So, and that works just fine too. So, anyway, for this set, I think hopefully, if you guys purchase this, you'll have a little bit better QC than the hotspot on this one does, and yeah, hopefully there's that, and then also, that's the big issue is the paint QCs and stuff on the hotspot. Other than that, I think he's great. I think he looks good. He plays good. I don't have a problem with him outside of that. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. The cost is a little bit up there for the set, but you do get the exclusive groove, which is nice. Which we'll probably see again and again and again in Combiner Wars once Hasbro gets their hands on it, and then they can make it out of cheaper material. Plastic, again, feels better on this than it does on this. So there's that. Some of this plastic quality feels, almost MP level, but not quite. So, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's a good figure. I do recommend it. I'd say if you have not bought the Hasbro Defensor, that's one of the big issues. It's just, a lot of people that collect these things actively, they want the figure now. And Hasbro's came out, almost a year ago now? 10 months ago. And then this one came out not that long ago, so it was like 6 to 8 months later that it finally came out. So the issue that I would say there is just, people that are collecting it, they're going to want to go to the store and pick up what's available, and then they're not as open to buying a new set. A friend of mine, he ended up with 3 Combiner Wars, Hasbro Combiner Wars Devastator for all the modes, and he liked it. But then the Takara came out, and now he doesn't want to buy the Takara because he's already invested so much money on the Combiner Wars one. Not saying he was wrong on buying so many Combiner Wars Devastators, just saying, that's an issue. You get into that habit of picking them up when you can, that you don't think about what's the same thing that's coming down the pipeline that's going to be better versions of it. Case in point, this is much better than the Hasbro one. It is infinitely better than the Hasbro one. A little bit more pricey, but I think worth it with the extra paint, better quality control, and a whole new figure. Not just some retooling or repaints, but just all brand new figure. It's great. I love it. Anyway, I recommend him. Definitely check him out. And Ben, when you can, let me know if you want me to contact Big Bad Toy Store about this figure. See if if you want me to try and get you a new one, or if you want me to just send this to you as is, because I think you only paid him $10, so not a bad price if you think of it that way. $10 for Combiner Wars figure. I think the guy that won the Voodoo again, I think he only put in 1 ticket. So I think I'd have to double check on that one. But isn't that pretty spectacular? Sometimes. I always want people to enter my contest. I always do. The giveaways are great. I have a lot of fun with them. Giving away good figures to people, but I would very much recommend putting in buying a ticket or 2. 4 seems to be a decent one too. Don't buy 10 tickets. I don't think that's worthwhile. 10 tickets is a lot of money for something you might win, you might not win. I can't sit here in good conscience recommend that. Anyway, because $20, who cares? It's $20. $50, that's a lot of money. Anyway, there he is. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be looking at this guy very soon, and we'll be looking at this guy very soon. And once we do that, we'll be able to do a comparison war with all these scavengers that are out currently. That's going to be interesting.